You close your eyes at night feeling fine. But by morning, your speech is slurred, your arm won't move, and your independence is gone. No warning. No chest pain. No dizziness. Just sudden weakness and fear. This is how thousands of silent strokes strike every single night. And here's the terrifying truth. Many of them are triggered not by smoking, not by poor diet, not by stress, but by the way you sleep. Yes, the sleeping position and bedtime habits you've practiced for decades could quietly be raising your stroke risk every night without you realizing it. The question is simple. How safe is the way you slept last night? Stay with me because in this video, we'll uncover the 5 dangerous sleep habits after age 60 that silently raise stroke risk, and the simple changes that could protect your brain, your memory, and your life. Welcome to Health Hacks, your trusted source for science-backed guidance on living longer, stronger, and sharper. If your independence matters to you, hit subscribe and turn on notifications right now, because what you're about to learn could save your life. Habit 1. Sleeping flat on your back. For many people, lying flat on the back feels natural and comfortable. It is the way most of us are used to sleeping since childhood. But after age 60, this simple habit can quietly create health problems, especially for the brain. It may not cause pain or discomfort right away, but night after night it can slowly increase risks that you may not notice until later. Here's why. As we get older, the body changes in many small but important ways. Veins, which are the blood vessels that carry blood back to the heart, become weaker and have a harder time doing their job. Arteries, the vessels that carry blood from the heart, can become stiff and less flexible. Blood itself may also thicken a little with age. When you lie completely flat on your back, the blood in your head does not drain as smoothly as it should. Instead, it can start to collect or pool inside the brain area. Think of it like a garden hose. When the hose is new and flexible, water runs through it without a problem. But when the hose gets old, stiff, or bent, water slows down and may even get stuck. This is very similar to what happens with blood flow in older veins and arteries. The flow becomes sluggish, and the brain may not get the proper circulation it needs during sleep. Doctors and researchers have studied this problem. In 2022, the American Heart Association shared research showing that raising the head of the bed by just 30 degrees, about the height of a wedge pillow, improved blood flow to the brain at night. It also lowered the risk of stroke by more than 20% in adults over 60. That means a simple change in sleeping position can make a very real difference in protecting your health. Unfortunately, most seniors do not know this. They continue to sleep flat on their backs, unaware that blood may be stagnating each night. This quiet pooling of blood can raise the chance of clots forming and silently increase the risk of stroke over time. Safer alternative. The good news is that the fix is easy. You don't need a new bed or expensive equipment. Simply elevate your head slightly while you sleep. A wedge pillow works well, or you can raise the head of your mattress by 6 to 8 inches. That small angle lets gravity help your body. It keeps blood flowing more smoothly, reduces pooling in the brain, and gives you safer, healthier sleep. But lying flat isn't the only hidden danger. Wait until you see what sleeping face down does to your brain. Habit 2. Sleeping face down, prone position. Another sleeping position many people use is lying face down, also called the prone position. Some people feel it helps them fall asleep faster, or they simply find it cozy. But for older adults, especially those over 60, this position can quietly put the brain at risk. While it may feel harmless, sleeping face down can slowly harm circulation, oxygen delivery, and even increase stroke risk over time. Here's why. When you lie on your stomach, your head has to turn to one side so you can breathe. This means your neck stays twisted for hours at a time. That twist is not just uncomfortable, it compresses the vertebral arteries, which are the important blood vessels that run through your neck. These arteries deliver oxygen-rich blood to your brainstem and cerebellum, 2 areas that control balance, movement, and vital body functions. When blood flow to these areas is reduced, the brain struggles to function at its best. Medical research supports this concern. A 2019 study in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine found that the prone sleeping position decreases oxygen delivery to the brain and increases stress on blood vessels. The risk becomes even greater if you also snore, use sleep medications, or have neck arthritis, all of which are common challenges for older adults. When oxygen levels in the brain drop during the night, the body reacts by thickening the blood to carry more oxygen. But thicker blood flows more slowly and is more likely to form clots. If even one clot travels to a small artery in the brain, the result can be catastrophic, causing a stroke or mini-stroke. What seems like a harmless habit of lying face down can therefore turn into a silent danger over time. Safer alternative, the good news is there is a healthier position. Instead of lying face down, try sleeping on your left side. Side sleeping, especially on the left, is gentle on circulation and helps blood move freely through the body and into the brain. It also reduces pressure on the neck arteries, lowering the chance of blocked blood flow. Another bonus is that left side sleeping has been shown to ease acid reflux, a common problem for older adults. To make this position comfortable, use a supportive pillow that keeps your head and neck aligned. The pillow should not be too high or too flat. The goal is to keep your neck straight instead of twisted. With this simple shift, you protect your brain, improve circulation, and rest more safely each night. And if you think twisting your neck is bad, covering your head with blankets may be even worse. Habit 3. Pulling blankets over the head. For many people, pulling a blanket over the head feels comforting. It creates a sense of safety, warmth, and privacy, almost like being in a little cocoon. Some even feel it helps them fall asleep faster. But for older adults, this cozy habit can quietly turn dangerous. What feels like a harmless way to get comfortable can actually lower oxygen levels in the body and put the brain under stress night after night. Here's the problem. When you sleep with your head under the covers, the air you breathe is no longer fresh. With every exhale, you release carbon dioxide. Normally, this gas escapes into the open air. But when you are under a blanket, it builds up around your nose and mouth. At the same time, oxygen levels under the covers slowly drop. Instead of breathing in clean, oxygen-rich air, you are rebreathing stale air with too much carbon dioxide. A younger brain can often handle this drop in oxygen for a while without major effects. But after age 60, the brain becomes much more sensitive to oxygen deprivation. Even small decreases in oxygen levels during the night can have a big impact. Medical research supports this. A 2021 study published in the journal Sleep Health found that seniors whose oxygen levels dropped below 90% while sleeping faced a 38% higher risk of stroke within just 5 years. That means something as simple as air quality during sleep can greatly affect long-term brain health. When oxygen is scarce, the body tries to adapt by thickening the blood so it can carry more oxygen. But thicker blood does not flow as easily. It moves slowly through the veins and arteries and is more likely to form clots. If one of those clots blocks blood flow in the brain, the result can be a stroke. This risk builds up silently, night after night, every time a blanket traps your breathing space. Safer alternative. The solution is simple. Keep your airways clear while you sleep. Instead of hiding under a blanket, create darkness in healthier ways. You can use blackout curtains to block outside light or wear a soft, comfortable sleep mask. Keep your bedroom cool, ideally between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit, so you do not feel the need to bury yourself under heavy covers. A small fan can also help by circulating fresh air around the room, keeping you both cool and safe. With these changes, you can still feel cozy while giving your brain the oxygen it needs every night. But poor oxygen isn't the only problem. Some seniors turn to recliners, and that choice brings a different kind of risk. Habit 4. Sleeping in recliners. For many older adults, especially those who deal with back pain, arthritis, or acid reflux, a recliner feels like a comfortable solution. It allows you to sit upright, lean back a little, and drift off to sleep without the discomfort that sometimes comes with lying flat in bed. At first glance, this seems practical, even healthy. But over time, sleeping in a recliner can quietly create hidden dangers for your circulation and brain health. Here's why. When you sleep in a sitting position, gravity pulls blood downward into your legs and pelvis. This pooling of blood may not be noticeable right away, but it slows down circulation through the rest of the body. Slow-moving blood is more likely to clot, especially in the deep veins of the legs. These clots can remain silent for a while, but if one breaks loose, it can travel to the lungs, causing a pulmonary embolism, or to the brain, causing a stroke. Medical research has confirmed these risks. A 2020 study published in the journal Stroke found that seniors who slept upright for more than 4 hours a night had a 27% higher rate of small vessel strokes compared to those who slept lying down. These are strokes that affect the tiny arteries deep inside the brain, often leading to memory problems, mobility issues, and gradual cognitive decline. The danger builds slowly but steadily, making nightly recliner sleep a hidden risk. Another problem is immobility. When you lie in a bed, you naturally shift positions during the night, which helps circulation. But when you fall asleep in a recliner, your body often stays locked in one position for hours. That stillness makes blood even more sluggish, further raising the risk of clotting and poor circulation. What feels like restful sleep can actually be straining the cardiovascular system. Safer alternative. If you need elevation for reflux, snoring, or back comfort, there is a better option than sleeping in a chair. Invest in an adjustable bed or a wedge system that raises your upper body while still keeping you mostly horizontal. This way you enjoy the benefits of elevation, such as reduced reflux, without forcing blood to pool in the lower half of your body. Even raising the torso at a gentle angle of 20-30 degrees can make a big difference. Pair this with supportive pillows to keep your spine aligned, and you can rest safely while protecting your circulation and brain health. And even if you avoid recliners, there's one more habit that looks harmless but secretly squeezes your brain's blood supply. Habit 5. Right side sleeping with arm under pillow. Many people naturally fall asleep on their side, and it often feels cozy to tuck an arm under the pillow for support. This is one of the most common sleep positions around the world. But for older adults, especially those over 60, this habit can quietly place extra strain on circulation and increase the risk of brain-related problems. What feels like a harmless way to get comfortable may actually be squeezing vital blood vessels and nerves night after night. Here's what happens. When you lie on your right side and press your arm under the pillow, your weight pushes down directly on the carotid artery in your neck. The carotid artery is one of the main blood vessels supplying oxygen-rich blood to the brain. When it's compressed, blood flow slows down, and the brain may receive less oxygen than it needs. Over time, this nightly pressure can add up, especially in older bodies where arteries are already less flexible. At the same time, the nerves and blood vessels in the shoulder and arm are squeezed by the weight of your body. This can cause tingling, numbness, or a dead arm feeling when you wake up. But the bigger concern is circulation. With both the neck artery and the arm compressed, blood flow becomes less efficient. If you already have health conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or hardened arteries, this can make things even riskier. Reduced circulation increases the chance of blood thickening and clot formation, both of which raise stroke risk. Research backs this up. A 2023 study in the Journal of Neurology found that the arm under pillow position increased vascular strain and lowered blood flow efficiency in older adults. On the other hand, sleeping properly on the left side reduced strain on blood vessels by more than 25%. This shows that small changes in sleeping posture can have a real impact on circulation and long-term brain health. Safer alternative. The good news is you don't need to give up side sleeping. You just need to adjust how you do it. Instead of tucking your arm under your pillow, place both arms safely in front of your body. For extra comfort, use a small pillow between your arms to keep them supported without cutting off circulation. This also helps maintain proper spinal alignment so your neck and back stay comfortable. By shifting this one habit, you protect your arteries, improve blood flow, and give your brain the oxygen it needs all night long.